Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of the what is it, second scene for the Prelog drawing part. So yeah, as you can see, I finally finished the other pillar, and then I came to the realization that the left pillar was actually out of shape. But one thing I need to be sorry about was that today I actually had to move it around 9 o'clock because I actually had a barbecue. So, hot weather, good barbecue, good vibes. All right. Anyway, let's no further ado, let's get started. So, one of the things that is now actually a thing that needs to be done is actually getting this bit into the right entrance. So, for instance, this bit right here, it's a little bit on the, it's a little bit on the big side on these things. So that's why I actually wanted to fix it up. Mainly because of how this all functions. So let me see where this is. And after that, we can actually finish the drawing itself. So, allow me to show you what I mean. So one of the things that need to be done is this bit right here that needs to be changing up. It's because of how that actually looks. So I actually want to draw it like that. So it needs to be drawn like this, and then it needs to be going downwards. So that's the main problem right here. I actually wanted to make sure that this is actually not as angled as it should be, to create this feeling when you have two sides like that. That is what I want to do with it. It's mainly because I actually wanted to fit that part in. So how do we do this? Well, the easiest way to do it is actually, fiddle around a bit and get that thing up and running properly. So I want this one to be there. Then if I go for this, I can add this bit right here and move this down right there. If I do that like that, it actually would work. So allow me to remove all the unnecessary detail, and then that should get it all up and running properly. There you go. All right. And then that part also needs to be fixed. So allow me to do that. And then after this, we can then finally start with the coloring. All right. All right. God damn it. Just like that. And then also this spot right here needs to be changed. If I'm correct, that would fix it. Ah, yes. Forgot about that whole thing right there that needs to be not there. Alright, and then this bit right here. And now it should work. Alright, so now this actually, yeah, that looks so much more better. Alright, and now we actually need to add in the colors. So, how are we going to be approaching this type of coloring? Most likely we're going to be using the original drawing right here, and I use that to see, like, yeah, we have the colors and fix it up. So first things first, we're going to go for flat coloring. The Those things need to be gone. That thing needs to be gone. That thing needs to be gone. That thing needs to be gone. And then we only have flat colors, right? Yeah, now we have flat colors if we just do this. All right. So, by doing this, I can actually get all the flat colors that I want and then use that to later on create that rusty feeling towards it. I'm going to be putting this into a layer group because, well, I already noticed how this is going to be out of hand. Also, it is quite hot today. Again. The main reason is because it has rained yesterday. It's actually very moist. Which is not the ideal circumstances on to do drawings. And, well, you know, tomorrow I will be very busy, and then the day after that also. So I probably will be back in, like, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. And then Sunday I actually have stuff to do again. So it will be a busy weekend coming up. Well, coming midweek. So sorry about that. And then Monday we will be definitely continuing on the drawing, but Saturday I will definitely try to finish that crab game. Try to see how far I got. Today I actually got pretty far. I got as far as being able to beat the first boss, so I must say I'm actually getting better at it, honestly. Which is a very good idea. Getting better at this is actually. Oh my god, I forgot some stuff. Jeez. Why am I so slacking when the thing comes? Probably the heat. Oh, well, gotta make sure that I do that. And that is horrible. There you go. So first things first, we're gonna get the first color in, and then we're gonna get the next color in, and then after that we're gonna be, of course, adding more stuff to it. So we're gonna be systematically creating the color that we need for this anyway, which is pretty sweet. We technically can go for a bigger one. But yeah, it's a very drippy day today with all the goddamn moist. So yeah, my hand is already a little bit frustrated by it. Oh Jesus, my hand. Ugh. So yeah, luckily we don't have to do anything that is actually quite highly stressful for the wrist. That's luckily. It's just, you know, coloring things up, so it should be all fine. It's just that we need to make sure that we have everything colored up, then erase some bits that have been left behind, then work on the color again, and then see where we need to lay it down, which is the main thing that we need to do anyway. Luckily for me, this is not a very hard thing to do. Fun fact, by the way, once this thing is actually done, I think we actually already are almost 50 minutes in, so that's the whole point of Blood M coloring. Coloring probably takes more time than drawing, mainly because of the amount of stuff you need to do. And I think once you're done with the coloring, it's even worse, probably. Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's quite nice to see how we do this. It is a very easy thing to do, luckily. It's just, you know, color up, making sure that there is no white spots behind. And of course, you know, making sure that I have everything correctly placed. All right. Sweet. Now I'm gonna get this one. All right. Now slowly but steadily we will be able to do stuff. Okay, man. Get that one up and running. The most important part here is actually making sure that everything is in the right coloration, or making sure that none of the stuff is behind the lines, because if I do that, actually will look sloppy once the final result in, and it will be a lot of busy work if I don't do it properly, because of how the shading is going to be probably doing. Yeah, man. So how does this look? Good. And now we need to actually look at, yes, I forgot with that one. I actually forgot to put it on the light one. All right, well, fine with me. I can do this still with the original one. So all the light color is gonna be probably on this one. Now we need to actually lower down the size of the pencil because we're actually gonna fill up stuff. Nice. So yeah, it's a very relaxing day today. I had a good barbecue, I had good meat, and honestly, most of the stuff that I actually did today was actually not that intensive. I actually finished the pillar that I promised, so got that up and running, even though I have a very busy schedule. And what am I gonna be doing then tomorrow? Family's gonna be visiting, so I will be very busy. And the day after that, I'm gonna be going to a nice cooling place that's called a Bat. I'm gonna be going to, well, a nature's resort. Nah, probably not. I don't know if it is for sure. I don't know where we're gonna be going, but it's gonna be close by hereby, and then relax and then go back and then go back later down the line. Don't know exactly when I will leave, but it's gonna be a nice little watery refreshment. That's it at least. A swimming pool. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be a good day. All right. Now, let's see. Since I'm gonna be busy, with not being able to draw, on Monday we will probably continue. I will probably already have this one fully done, and then we are gonna go to the next pillar as well. And then once these two pillars are done, by the way, we can actually work on the background, which is actually quite sweet, because it means that we actually are almost halfway through the process. If you take in consideration of how far we are with this, I think we will be able to reach that reasonable August deadline. Because once this one is done, once that one is done, we only need to do this bit, and then the top part, and then draw the outer lines with this one. So it is definitely gonna be a thing that I need to make sure of that it is gonna be working well. But yeah, it's gonna be a fine looking drawing once we reach. So every single day we're gonna be going one step closer. I will definitely try to work on it, even if I'm not streaming it. So you will still see some progress. And then after all, I want to get this thing finished. So oh my god, man. I hate it when it is so hot. The pencil actually cannot handle it. It's a very dry pencil because of it. And that's not a good sign. Which really sucks. Alright. So yeah. Once we get everything here done, I must say though, once all these things are done and the whole drawing is done, I will be very happy to continue working on the expressions, because because I have been slacking, I'm a little bit nervous upon how the expressions are going to be, how the characters are going to be looking like. But a little bit of practice runs will definitely work as a charm, because once I do that, I will definitely get better at it again, and then we can continue onwards with the whole damn visual novel, because the expressions are also important. Every single time the character is going to be speaking, there is going to be expression is going to be shown. So therefore, making sure that those things are actually shown is quite an important thing. All right. Let's see. Well, luckily for me, I can actually do this. And yeah, today, well, the good thing about actually such a hot day is actually that the how do you say that? Shores? Yeah, the shores are actually getting quite dry early, so I only have to make them visit the sun only 1 hour, and then it's all dried up, which is very good. And then they're all good as new, all the clothes and all the stuff. All right. It's quite easy actually getting these things done. It's very nice and agile. I like this pencil. It's the pencil's already 3 years old, but it still works very fine. And once we are, once I get a new one, I will probably need to also have a new tablet as well. I don't know how this works with smart pens, but if it is a smart pen, I can always, exchange the pencil part of it. I can buy it on the official site and then don't have to worry about anything. So yeah, probably gonna be doing that as well. Once it is a little bit once it's getting jacked, once the jagged lines are shown, I will definitely switch it up. But right now, I don't think so. I have not replaced the pencil in what, almost a year or 2 or 3. So, well, I did replace it last year, so probably will take 3 years before that actually happens, which is nice. All right. And as you can see, the drawings actually the colors on this actually gives already that sandstone feeling towards it, which is nice. But once we add the shading to it, oh, it's gonna be even looking nicer. Main reason why we're not doing it right now is because we're gonna be first adding in the baselines, then we're gonna add in the shading, and then we're gonna add in the how do you say that? The other colors with it as well. First things first, by the way, making sure that I'm saving so that I don't, have the same experience as last time, which was literally like, yeah, you didn't save. Here, have nothing. And be like, thanks for progress. So yeah, that is now fully successful. And yeah, we're going to be continuing working on this bad boy. So first things first, making sure that all the sand parts are done. Then after the sand parts, we're going to add in the coloring. And after the coloring, we're going to be adding in the shading. So yeah, it's a good drawing. It also helps me know how to draw and how to color up. So it's a very nice experience to have, honestly. Being able to learn how to do your stuff and then looking back at the old work and then see like, oh yes, I did it like that. All right, I can do it then again. That really helps. And that's what I like about this actually. Being able to fully record everything and then making sure that everything that is recorded is actually being able to learn from it. Of course, I still will make mistakes, yes, but the more I do this, the less mistakes I will make. And a person that can then look back at it and sees like, yeah, all right, he did it like that, all right, and then I can do it like this, and then I will have the same result. Yeah, technically, yes. However, with these things, of course, you need to always consider yourself the skills. The way of with skills, I mean, of course, being able to do a steady hand or whatever that makes sure that you don't make any mistakes later on. Let me double check. Oh, I did do that. I actually did do that. Nice. Ta-da! And as you can see, that already looks like the same pillar as before. Sweet. Now we're going to be adding in the sweetness of it. How do we do this? Let's see. A little bit of darkening. Yeah, a little bit of darkening could works wonders against this. Of course, we don't need to do that here, but we need to do it like here, for instance. We do need to do that. Right here, we need to do it. So this is just, you know, casual darkening. Use a two-color system. Luckily for me, most of this drawing is actually considered to be the same thing. So that's good. All right. Sweet. Now we have those. Now we have actually those colors done. We now need to actually have a highlighted color of that as well, and then after that we actually can, you know, move on to the next bit. So we're gonna do that. This is gonna be the hardest part ever. Making sure that I don't screw this over. There you go. Oh boy, this is gonna be a hard part, isn't it? Yep. The main reason why this is hard is because I need to make sure that I do this very delicately. I cannot lower down the size of the brush because it actually would ruin me. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this because I actually know that this is also gonna be colored later on, but hey, you know, a little bit of lighting up is not a bad idea. Also, not making too much lighting is also a very smart move. So this part right here, for instance, heavily lighted, lightable, and this bit right here. Once we add this, we actually will add the red color to it, to the symbols, and then after that we will add in the shading and the coloring on the mid sections so that we don't screw it. And then we actually have almost everything because then we only need shading and then it's all done, which is pretty sweet actually. It's just that it is very difficult because it requires a steady hand to make sure that everything here is correctly placed. Ugh. It's not my favorite thing to do this, by the way. I prefer just, being able to just, black and white, but hey, gotta be learning those colors, mate. After 3 years of not being able to do it, and now seeing the progress upon coloring, hey, it's getting better. Normally, I always drew like black and white or blue and white, probably as well. And I know that there is shading, alright. I know how to do some shading. It's just that colors. It's not my strong suit, to be honest. But hey, at least I'm doing quite well. Getting better at it. Getting better at it every single day. Every single time I try to draw something in colors, I'm getting better at it. Take for instance the drawing I did for the what is it called again? Drawfest 4. It actually went pretty well. The coloring of it, the way of how it looks, the feeling of it. Yeah, it looks all nice. And it also had a good jam that I just made myself. Oh yeah. I'm getting better at remixing, by the way. It's also a very fun thing. The best thing about all of this actually is that I'm being very productive with everything I do. And I can have time off and have some time to have some fun time with friends, which is always good. This is why I prefer always, to only stream once each day, but normally well, sometimes I can't, but because reasons, and that is always understandable. But I cannot wait to go to a fucking swimming pool. That's a free gift that keeps on giving. Because a swimming pool, oh, you don't want to know how goddamn I'm yawning for that. The amount of heat that is in this fucking country, it's fucking ridiculous. The main reason is, of course, the humidity as well, but ooh, it's so goddamn hot, it's not even funny. And I even made a joke about it, hot summer and cold winter. Yep, that's exactly sums up the country. And the fun thing is, it is actually technically the sea is actually very close, and then still it's so hot, and it's in the fucking north. And that's even the worst part. So yeah, I cannot wait for this thing to be fully finished, and I cannot wait for this whole scene to be finished, because then I can actually do some fun stuff with expressions that are all gonna be needing. And of course, being able to draw expressions and then, make more better expressions. Yep, that is a thing that I like. Of course, I'm going to be reusing the image that I already have and then, implement and then improving upon that as well. It actually really helps a lot upon getting everything done properly. All right, nice. Now we actually have this. Sweet. Let me see how this looks, because that's actually a thing that I need to learn. Yeah, that looks good. Now, that looks actually different than the other one, but that also looks very good though. I maybe drew that line a little bit too thick, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, well, we're gonna be improving upon that by doing that. And that will fix a lot of issues. Alright, now we actually have these things. Now we actually need to look at some more stuff. So we actually have this, we have that. Now we need to actually look at... Well, we're not gonna go for shading yet. We're gonna be going first for the red, because the red actually improves a lot of stuff. Yeah. And the red is always nice to look at. Because technically this one is tinier than this one, but it is actually drawn a little bit higher. I could technically blur this out a bit and maybe improve upon that one as well. But I might have overdone it with the lighting. Oh well, that can be fixed by, shading it up. So, no need to worry here. Where am I drawing this? Oh, I'm drawing it way, way in the no bueno zone. Alright, that's... Yeah, that is not... That's illegal. That, however, is not. Alright. Now it's in the right layer, and now I cannot make any mistakes. Well, I can make mistakes in coloring or whatever, but with a little bit of with a different kind of brush, I can actually, you know, make it again the right color. So no need to worry here, as I said before. I learned that, by the way, that I can apparently, you know, use a different color and then, you know, use the transparency tool, the transparency there, to alter the color a bit to my liking, which is quite neat. Honestly, I did not expect that to work, but hey, you know, every nook and cranny helps. I do like this though. It's a very nice little thing. It's a very nice little thing to work with. All right. All right. Sweet. Let me double check how much time has passed. 30 minutes. Ah, cool. Can actually get almost everything done in 1 hour. That is not bad. That's maybe even a new record, even though my conditions right here is not optimal with all the goddamn heat around this place. I may even considering a ventilator to making sure that all the fucking heat is gone, but ventilators are not very electronical devices that are very expensive when it comes to electricity bills. So, you know, sometimes it's very hard to get things done properly, but hey, you know, I already saw that my mom is actually using the ones that the one that actually won with bingo, so that one actually is far more better. It's a cooling unit and a cooling unit and a ventilation unit. You just put some cool ice in there and then boom, it ventilates with cooling ability, which is much better than what I will get probably, which is just a ventilation that is going like brrr, which sucks if it's in the background, by the way, because it actually disturbs a lot of stuff and it's very energy draining, which both things I am not a fan of. So I probably won't even bother to buy it. I just wait it out, which I could do. Sadly, I do not have a way to store ice cream or something like that. That would actually be a lot more better for me. All right. Wait a minute, hold up a second. Boop. Alright, so that thing is also a red thing. Alright, fine. I guess I will do that. Alright. Now this is all fine. Now we need to actually add the different colors to it as well, right? Yeah, we do need to add the dark colors as well, and then we need to add the light colors as well, and then we can finally finish it off. Sweet. How to do this though? The size on these things are a little bit smaller than expected, but we'll do fine. Oh boy, that is... that sucks. That sucks so much. Fucking hell. Yep. That's the thing I cannot do then, right? I cannot... Oh my god, I cannot even do this properly. Alright, fine. You win. I cannot add the dark colors as well. Then maybe I just add the light colors. That would actually fix a lot of stuff, right? That barely fixed things. Ah, boy, that barely fixed things at all. I just add some highlights. Let's hope it's enough. But yeah, as long as it's not big enough, I cannot add a highlight. That sucks. Well, it's understandable that it actually works like that, but still though. Oof. Yikes. Oh boy. No, 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 no. There you go. Now, let's see. There we go. Oh, luckily. Oh boy. There we go. All right. I think we'll leave it here for now. Well, one thing though, making sure that it looks nice though. There you go. And this bit right here. There you go. Now that already looks like a decent one. Main thing right now is that once we add in the shading of this, I think I will be able to do it properly, right? Yeah. Once we add the shading on this, actually will look a lot more better. It's just that right now we don't have that. Because if I add this, this. Oh, yes. Yes. I forgot to put the highlights on that one. That's why it looked so off. Ah, yes. So I did do it in the correct order, but in the first one I didn't do it. All right, good. That means that how much time do we have left? 20 minutes. Well, 10 minutes is not gonna be cutting it for me today. It's already goddamn hot, and I am sweating like an ox. So, I hope you'll have enjoyed for today, and I hope it was actually quite learnable because, well, as you can see, I did it wrong on the first try, and now on the second try, I'm actually doing it quite well. Now, the only thing that we need to do is, of course, highlighting stuff, adding other colors to it, which are blue and green. And then we need to add in shading, and then it is almost done because we only need to do some stamp texturing to give it a little bit of a rocky feeling. All right. I hope you'll have enjoyed, and thanks all for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day, and bye!